Oh.
Really glad you came.
Wow, right at that moment. Literally, the words, the goddess, were just out of my mouth. But So, wow. Thank you again, Stephen. Yes, so moving, so deep, so true.
So this is Rini and Janelle and Anita.
Hi.
If you didn't see them.
Does anybody else want to say anything
Yeah,
here?
anything
I do.
Oh,
percolating?
Janelle.
I've been, and I don't know, this might be repeating something that's been said.
Couldn't possibly, because it's you.
Well, I have just been really reflecting back on the many, many, many years that you've been in my life, you and Linda have been in my life. And my former husband's life, who's very much a part of everything, with Saniel and Linda, and very dear friend of mine, but every big passage that we or I have had, whether it's been an operation, a divorce, deaths, has just really been accompanied by you. And I can't think of anything significant that's happened to me. And I include Al in that, you know, that hasn't really had such beautiful, caring accompaniment in my life. I mean, so just personally, just even outside of what you've given to me spiritually, just personally, you know, that's really a big deal. And what I feel like you have given me that did come out of your spiritual work with me, but it's also so much of who you are, is you gave me a reflection unlike anything I have ever had in my life that was transformative. I mean, it's, you know, we all know that being mirrored by people who see us and love us is one of the most important things that develop us into who we are. And Saniel, your receiving and recognition of me was, I think, the first time that I can remember in my life having felt so profoundly, profoundly seen and known, and that difference it made just stays with me. It's shaped me. It's just totally shaped me and refined me. That I just cannot thank you enough for the gift of how you handed me back to myself. One thing Saniel said to me early in our friendship was, every woman should have her beauty handed to her on a silver platter. And of course he was also telling me how he handed Linda's beauty to her on a silver platter all the time. And you know, and I just thought that's an amazing thing, that a man should say that. But I felt like you handed me my being on a silver platter.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. David.
I just wanted to say something, to speak. I wanted to address, talk about your early work and how I would be the radiation I would be so attracted to, and I'd be with you in your early work was resisted like so much. And it was like the radiation I'm totally attracted to, my body was totally scared. And your early work, you had so much resistance, this hyper-masculine. It would be like, wow, can my body even be in this room with so much? You had a trailblaze. And it's like people, I just wanted to point that out. You had so much hard work to do. It was so hard. And I would come in the room with all of my broken places and all this hyper-masculinity that would be doing everything to push you down. Just felt violent always, in the beginning. And it was like you had to keep trailblazing, and keep pushing through. And it's like you would say, Linda's tethering me, and, here. And, when these three women walked in the room, my body just got so excited. I was like, yeah! And these women have been so important in the work.
Yes, they have.
In like Gayatri, when I saw her, we were driving in, I saw Gayatri, and I was like, ah! I was so excited. And how much the women have really helped this work. And the men, like Van or Michael, it's like, wow, we've got a new man here. My body can feel safe. And I could feel safe to my bhakti nature to throw myself at your feet in the early days and not have to worry about getting the shit kicked out of me. And I just wanted to say that part of like, sure, everyone's still doing the work and there's resistance, but you really, 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 really did birth something totally beyond. It's like counterinstinctual to our bodies to be here, because it's like, at least mine is, I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here in this body. And it's, the time where, wow, my body is actually being welcomed here with all of my places that I can't go to. And it would be welcome, and I could just keep relaxing and showing up no matter how hard it was. And thanks, I just have to say something.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, I used to say that the little gatherings in my living room in Greenbrae was like the spiritual version of a Star Wars bar. And I was still all crippled and disfigured myself beginning the work, but everybody was a survivor coming in out of the cold. It was triage, full time, and we had some fun. We had fun. But thank you, David, for voicing that. I think you really gave it a feeling, and it's changed so much. And I want to acknowledge. This is bigger than any individual. It's bigger than any group. It really is some kind of a shift in the species. Stephen's work is called Shift Network, and Stephen is such a convener of so many who are part of this. So we're doing our piece here. I want to acknowledge that we're only one among many, and we're all cross-fertilizing and contributing and helping one another. And yeah, this one's been a particular piece in its way. It's great to have. Also, I remember at one point there in the early years, I started invoking what I call the Mothers of Incarnation. Frank Zappa, Mothers of Invention. But I knew that if women didn't awaken in numbers, and many different kinds of women, not just women who could do a good consciousness rap, because that's sort of the old hypermasculine form and drag to some.
That's why I was here.
Thank you for saying it. I was going to say that. And they showed up in great numbers. I remember 1996 was landmark year. Linda and Rini had already awakened. Linda, Sandra Glickman, Ted and Hillary, Joanne Lavasio, who's since gone on, but is doing work that's kind of closely related, alive in some ways. Anyway, we only have another few minutes, about 10 minutes, before I actually am going to go get on a conference call with people in the distance for a little while, and we'll break for lunch.